Hundreds upon hundreds of police and sheriff's cruisers continue to make their way through Westerville as part of the procession for Westerville police officers Eric Joering and Anthony Morelli, who were killed in the line of duty.
You're looking at a live look from Chopper 4. In addition to all those vehicles, thousands and thousands of people lining the street to show their support. Thanks for joining us for NBC4 at 5. I'm Mark Taylor.
And I'm Colleen Marshall. It's been an emotional day in Westerville, heartbreaking for the family and friends of those officers and the community they served. But it's also heartwarming to see the incredible amount of support for the officers and the families. And tonight we have team coverage all across Westerville tonight. NBC4's Ted Hart spoke with some of the officers who came from out of the state to attend today's funeral service. Courtney Yoon talking with a woman who opened the doors of her home to officers on what's been a very difficult day. But we're going to begin with Ellie Merritt, who is live with more on the funeral service itself today at St. Paul's. Ellie?
Well, Officer Morelli and Joering were remembered today for all they gave to this community, a community they loved. St. Paul's behind me was packed today with people who came to show their respects. You know, police officers are known for being strong, for being tough, but there was no holding back the tears today. Men of honor, family, and service. Officer Anthony Morelli and Officer Eric Joering remembered as husbands, fathers, and brothers in blue.
Today, we are here to honor two true American heroes.
Westerville Police Chief Joe Morbitzer's message of true American heroes. He says not for this day, but for what they gave of themselves every day.
Well, Tony and Eric literally gave their lives for another. To become true American heroes, they were American heroes way before that. And the families know that.
Officer Morelli, known for always having a smile on his face.
But there were stories after stories, and the theme was how much he liked to smile and party.
And Officer Joering, known for his love for his daughters.
I believe you can tell a lot about how a person lived by how much they are loved. And I know that Eric lived a full life because of how much he is loved by his family and friends. May we all learn that lesson from Eric, to live our lives in that way with no regrets, making the most of every day.
St. Paul's Church, packed inside and outside, the riderless horse, 21-gun salute, and the final call. All rich traditions showing a loss of two officers beloved in the community they served. And together, Officer Morelli and Joering served in the Westerville Police Department for more than 45 years. And when that final call went out today, you could have heard a pin drop out here. NBC4's Ted Hart is live with me here at St. Paul, the Apostle Catholic Church. Just not a dry eye here, Ted.
No, you're right. It was very powerful. And, you know, officers came from all over the state, really all over the country for this funeral service. And, you know, the ceremonial traditions of police funerals can certainly tug at the heartstrings. And it's heightened by the fact that there are so many people here. And police will tell you that the big turnout is important not just to show support for the families of the fallen officers, but to show police families everywhere that they will never be alone should something happen. Sergeant Brad Turner came from Nashville, Tennessee. He's a Westerville native and started his career as a reserve officer at the Westerville Police Department.
I grew up here. You don't think of stuff happening like this in a town like Westerville, but it does happen all over the nation, and it was just heartbreaking.
The brotherhood of the police profession showed strong today. Hundreds of officers came to pay their respects and to honor two men that most did not know, but considered family. There were 4 representatives from the University of Maryland. A member of their office staff is related to one of the Westerville officers.
There's no greater family than the police family, as you can see with all the people here. This whole town supports the police, and I think that's important.
And over again today, we heard officers say just how humbled and grateful they were for the way the community has responded to this tragedy and the overwhelming support that the community has shown to the law enforcement community. Local for you in Westerville, Ted Hart, NBC4.